Not all of us take a chance on ourselves and our ideas, and I want you to do that. Which is why I want to tell you about our amazing sponsor at Fresh Start Ventures.
Fresh Start Ventures is a VC connector that started off as a blog, which now provides you everything you need for your startup, whether that be financial assistance, strategic help, or any other sort of mentorship that you require to get your idea to the next level.
Fresh Start Ventures is also aligned with the Pakistan e-commerce consortium, meaning they are the perfect people to go to in order to understand the vastly changing world that we live in when it comes to technology and e-commerce rapidly evolving every day.
Fresh Start Ventures have helped a bunch of startups get from their ideation stage all the way to the top, where they've consolidated themselves as top-notch businesses who have won laurels and awards in the industry.
If you truly believe in your idea and the only thing missing is support and some kind of financial backing in the long run, Fresh Start Ventures is your place to go, so please don't hesitate in reaching out to them today.
Visit www.freshstart.pk or the link in our bio.
And give your idea a fresh start. Let's get on with the video.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Breaking the Lines, brought to you by On the Mic. We are here to bring you detailed analysis and breakdowns of the world's biggest football matches. मेरे साथ, as usual, Kareem, Kerai, Shaikh, Hamdan, first team coaches from Karachi United, who have been doing a fantastic job over the years, and especially now that the team has got to the Pakistan Premier League. These are two of the top minds in Pakistani football right now. And we are looking at two of the top minds in the footballing world in Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola. हम analyze करेंगे आज Liverpool to Manchester City to guys, once again ये fixture कोई 3-4 साल से हमें treats पे treats दे जा रहा है, and I don't think I've seen such a high quality fixture consistently in my lifetime.
Yes, Ismail, you're absolutely right. I think year on year, game on game, this has been exhilarating. This is that one fixture that we as aspiring coaches, at least myself, really look forward to, just to see यार what these two guys will come up, especially Pep. उसके साथ होता है कि यार इस बार क्या नया कुछ कर रहा है? Is he thinking something crazy? Is he thinking something out of the box? So yeah, amazing game.
Yeah, so speaking of Pep, let's just get right into it. I think मैच से पहले भी हमारी जो बात हो रही थी हमदान में थी कि पेप का कोई पता नहीं होता, पेप कुछ भी कर देगा. Let's see what he does now. So you obviously had a look at City, and then we'll get to Liverpool after that. How do you think City controlled the first half, जिसमें काफी मसला हुआ था Liverpool को, and City were pretty unlucky not to score?
Yes, you're absolutely right. City were really lucky. Lekin something that I would like to point is, which is कि Pep के जितने previous games थे जो उसने City के Liverpool के against खेले थे, this was in a way different, I would say, because the usage of long balls to the side was, I think, the most he's done it in previous games. Maybe किया हो पहले. Let's go into it detail and let's see कि फर्क क्या था पहले के मैचेस में और आज में. So
could you maximize the screen? Sorry.
Yes, I have maximized.
Yeah.
So let's begin. And this is a moment from the game where Ederson gets the ball, and as soon as Ederson gets the ball, you would notice that rather than playing those longer, playing short to either of CBs, he opts to go long. Because one thing, as in 3 forwards and 3 midfielders. So usually Salah would be trying to go to this guy, to the CB when it's played to him, and then cut out the passing line to the fullback. But over here, if you notice, Jordan Henderson is ready to press the fullback because he feels that Henderson might play it to the fullback. But if you notice Bernardo Silva's positioning, he is patient. He's stationed a little higher in that half space, जहाँ पे build up हो रहा है, and one ball straight to him, and City get out of it. Once they get the ball over here in this area, what they tried to do throughout the game was use the combination of Phil Foden to somehow try to penetrate in behind. And yeah, the other issue that was actually happening was the passive pressure from Liverpool midfielders or the forward line. This is a little unusual. This image is unusual in a way that if a City player would have so much space and time, at least you would feel Sadio Mane would be somewhere closer to him, discouraging him to get his head up and play balls. So if you notice right now, Ruben Diaz is getting to the ball.
इसके आई थिंक,
Now,
सॉरी टू कट यू अमनान, आई थिंक ये हमने फोन पे भी जो
yeah,
बात की थी, आई सेड के बीच में एक पॉइंट आया था वेयर दे वर सॉर्ट ऑफ लाइन भी हाई थी, मिडफील्ड
yes,
फर्स्ट लाइन में प्रेस भी नहीं कर रही थी, वो पासिंग लाइंस जो है वो ब्लॉक करने की कर रहे थे इनटू दोज प्लेयर्स,
yeah,
एंड देन सिटी ऑब्वियसly फाउंड अ सॉल्यूशन,
yes.
सो कैरी ऑन.
And even Jurgen Klopp said in his post-match interview, he said his City's first idea is to play centrally.
Yeah.
So we blocked the central areas, but what was happening was the fullbacks weren't aggressive and Robbo is retreating back. Robbo actually retreated back, and this was easier for them to simply keep possession of the ball. This is another example. One longer pass, yes, and City are out, and Liverpool are deep. You notice their defense line is deeper relatively. Again, let's look at another example. In K front line, they're not applying enough pressure. Once it goes wide, again, the idea is to try to penetrate in behind. And this is how they created all their chances. So this is playing out wide, playing a longer ball, and then Phil Foden running in behind, or Gabriel Jesus के पास अगर मिली तो उस side से De Bruyne was trying to do it. So yeah, let's look at more examples. So guys, now what I wanted to show you is this one little clip where I don't know if it's in here or not. Yes. So notice Jurgen Klopp over here and what he's saying. So he is saying, what's that? Be brave. So he is telling his forwards and his midfielders to be more aggressive on them. So notice now what happens. So when it goes to Ruben Laporte, look at Salah. He is there to press. Yes, he's also cutting a line, but they're aggressive now. Similarly, Jota goes aggressively to him. Mane goes. So do the midfielders. And yes, Liverpool do win the ball back. Lekin, like always, Pep's teams do find a solution. That solution was trying to change sides quickly, obviously. And then once the sides were changed, wait, it was the same thing.
Come towards
कि
the
जो वो
center.
पहले भी yeah, yeah. Once, so they go out so that they can come inside. And notice the defense line, guys. Notice the defense line. The defense line is really deep. Is really deep. So the midfield and forwards are cohesive. So notice कितना ज़्यादा space है यहाँ पे. So Jack Grealish came into the space to receive the ball. And notice the distance Milner had to cover to try to come and cut the passing line out.
This is
Yes, they got
exactly what
out.
Klopp was saying
And
कि वो you have to arrive at, you
yeah,
have to push at the right time, वो push कर नहीं रहे थे, तो उसकी
yeah,
वजह से वो receive हो रहा था और
yes,
फिर वो distances खुल रहे थे, और obviously
yes. Uh, Again, this is another example. Their defense line is not even in the picture right now. So a longer pass into the space. अगर हम यहाँ पे दोबारा से देखें. So let me go back. This is the previous picture, and then we'll look at again the new image. So right now, yes, the forwards are aggressive. You can see Jota trying to press high. You can see James Milner is high enough to try to prevent the pass to Cancelo, but their defense line. Notice the defense line, how deep they are. यहाँ पे मिल जाती है ball. They somehow do get out of it, and then the gaps are huge. And through this, Liverpool were having a lot of problems क्योंकि City बार-बार पीछे penetrate कर रहा था. So over to Kareem, and he will explain what and how Liverpool changed
yeah,
in the second half.
because Kareem, yeah, before you do that, obviously something had to change in the second half, क्योंकि first half तो बस जान बचा के भागने वाली बात थी कि somehow need to get to half time and nil-nil, and then obviously Klopp, what he was saying from the touchline was reinforced during half time कि be brave, you know, push up in the right moments, be more aggressive. and play that extra pass like we was talking about. So what changed for you in terms of their second half performance?
Exactly. And, as a Liverpool fan, I was really stressed out that whole first half and just waiting for the halftime whistle. But I think, as you guys have mentioned, and Klopp mentioned himself, that everything was just too passive. And I think that's the word that summed up the first half for Liverpool. They weren't active enough. They were too passive. We'll just see how they changed compared to the first half. And if you notice straight off the bat, the aggressiveness of the front three in their pressing, right? So you see Jota, who's high, he's pressing the goalie. We have Mane here pressing Rodri. Very different to the clips that we just saw that Hamdan showed, right? Where the players are just passive, they're standing there, and they're not engaging with players enough. So this high pressure was one of the big changes from the first half for Liverpool. And secondly, we're going to notice the fullbacks. The fullbacks, look at the position of James Milner. We'll see it again here. So there's high pressure here, and we see Milner way up high, right over here. Right over here, you can see next to this Get More backdrop over here. He's high up, he's engaging players in the wide areas. And often we hear about managers and coaches talk about being brave with the ball, to get the ball in tight areas and play under pressure. But I think Klopp, what he's talking about here is being brave without the ball.
Yeah.
Being ready to jump out of position, be ready to engage.
Don't worry about what's behind you.
City players.
Especially either if it's
yeah.
the midfielders or the forwards के पीछे वाला आ रहा है, or if it more specifically with the defenders कि मेरे पीछे जो खाली जगह है छोड़ दो उसे.
Exactly. And as Milner comes, as Ismail, what you said, the centre back, you have to trust your centre backs also to be stepping out, being aggressive, being
because
brave,
sorry to cut you,
covering.
Kareem, but look at Fabinho and Bernardo Silva. I think that's your holding midfielder. Yeah. Look at how
Exactly.
how
And in the
brave,
just to mention one thing, throughout the first half, Fabinho was shadowing the striker, which was Jack Grealish, in some वो striker का pass काट रहा था. And now it's to Bernardo Silva. Now he's stopping the ball to Bernardo Silva. So it's a really braver change. Other managers, or even if it was me, maybe पहली चीज सोचता कि यार maybe we can drop back a little bit.
मैं मना कर देता.
And this is what bravery is all about, which Klopp even shouted on the touchline, be brave, what's that, be brave. I'm sorry, Kareem, over to you.
Yeah, exactly. And I think another distinct feature of Liverpool generally when they defend is being connected. So you see the connection between these players here. We have 6 players in a close area, all pressing together, all connected, brave, hungry to win the ball back. And what we're going to see now is Matip and Van Dijk and how they cover behind Milner as well. So as we run the image on, you see there, Matip is here. He's high, he's pressing, he's brave. And guys, this is critical because if Milner goes and presses and you don't have Matip at this position, then you have Phil Foden running at you, which is a very terrifying sight. So all of it has to be succinct. We can't have fullbacks flying out wide and your centre backs are dropping. It has to be in sync, and thankfully it was for Liverpool. It was better in the second half.
Just a shout out for Mo Salah. Kareem, look at where he is right now in this image. That's with next to the centre back. That's Salah covering that third man run. Like it's crazy stuff.
That sums up Liverpool in the last few years, right? The togetherness of everybody to defend together. For Salah to be covering Milner, it's remarkable. It's amazing. He's an amazing player, but look at the off the ball work he also does. As Ismail, you mentioned here, it's fantastic. We'll see another clip to reinforce this. Again, Milner high up, aggressive, leaving Foden behind him, right? Because he has that trust in Matip to be able to cover him if it goes over his head. right? So it's risk reward, as we've spoken about on the show again. But and we'll see now as the ball gets switched, we see Robertson trying to do the same. It wasn't exactly successful here, but he's up here with De Bruyne trying to engage, right? And being, again, we keep talking about the bravery and aggressiveness to jump out and not be passive. That was the biggest difference from the first half and second.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely.
One more thing. What about Tiki Taka?
Tiki Taka. क्या
The
मतलब
number
what
of
about
long.
हाँ
No, because
अच्छा वो जो
Pep's
fascination with
teams
Tiki Taka
only the Pep's teams only played Tiki Taka. What about all these
ओ भाई इनको
long
तो
balls?
अब ये तो वो पुरानी
And
बातें हैं ना। अभी तो मैंने
throughout
देखा था एक गोल याद है वो एक एग्वेरो को एडरसन ने सीधी बॉल खिला दी थी हडर्सफील्ड के खिलाफ एडरसन टू एग्वेरो
चलो
एंड देन गोल पैर पे
वो तो that you could still count it as, you know, one off thing, but throughout the game, throughout the first half, their idea was to
टारगेटेड लॉन्ग बॉल्स
play these long balls, inviting pressure and then playing long balls. And this is how they created all the chances. जो क्लब भी कहते हैं ना, मैंने इतने आसानी से देखा नहीं है कि हाफ स्पेसेस में प्लेयर्स खाली पड़े हुए हैं वहां पे।
क्योंकि वो ऊपर से
But
टिपा
but
देते थे और हाफ स्पेस में जो छोटा
yeah,
पास ब्लॉक कर रहे होते थे वो फिर उधर से खुल जाता था।
वो yep. And so fascinating, and how reactive the manager was, you know. He saw something that was completely off. He knew what exactly was off. Within that moment, halftime changed things, got this right, and
और
a
एकदम
complete
से
different
टीम
half.
बदल गई।
Yep, a team changes.
Yeah, definitely. I think these two have really blessed us, if I'm being honest. These two teams as well. With
I thought you're
some
talking about myself and Kareem, man. What do you mean these two?
यार थोड़ा हम्बल हो जाते हैं। अभी मैं पेपर और क्लॉप की बात कर रहा हूँ। तो यूजुअली तुम आप लोगों की बात करता हूँ लेकिन वैसे अभी पेपर क्लॉप की बात कर रहा हूँ। तो दे हैव ब्लेस्ड अस with so much, and I think it's just a pleasure to be able to see them every year, at least like going up against each other twice in the season, and long may it continue. Thank you so much, guys. This has been Breaking the Lines once again, covering the top football matches in the world, bringing you detailed tactical analysis, and I don't think it gets any bigger than Liverpool versus Man City in world football right now. I don't think it gets any more detailed than this on the internet, apart from maybe Monday Night Football. But anyway, this has been Breaking the Lines from On the Mic. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure to follow us on social media. This has been Ismail Farouk. Take it easy. Until next time.